Tell me about it.
Oh, Jesus, work has been so bad. You know how you get those projects and your boss is like, when is this getting done? Well, when I get the other 3 projects you gave me this morning done, that you prioritized, done, then maybe I might have time. My boss has no concept of how long it takes to do certain things, so she just kind of hands them to me and, expects them to go poof, and they're done.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I ain't been at work in a week. And that's not of my own volition.
Oh, shit.
I was pretty much told, yeah, you can't come back to work until we tell you to.
Okay. Is it a layoff or what?
No, it's medical. And it's not COVID. It's just medical. Like, you can't come back to work until we know you're clear to come back to work.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much
Yikes.
sucks. Well. Well.
At least I'm still getting paid.
Well, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome, players. Welcome, viewers. I got the stream started with 20-something seconds left in the countdown tonight because I was running a little bit behind. But we are here. It is Thursday night. I am DM Galabond, and the players are gathering, and it means that this is time for the Sword Coast Chronicles, Session 53. A session I like to call the Cloud Giant's Castle. Now, last time we met up with our brave adventurers. They were standing on a shore looking at some crashing waves. No, they were not. They had been sent by their legendary wizard benefactor ally sort of people to the castle of a cloud giant. And they have pretty much figured out that, as we see on our map here, they are inside a storeroom. And there's a kitchen somewhere next door to them. They also realize there are 2 doors out. One leads to what looks like maybe a porch of some kind with daylight beyond it. The door to the north, and the door to the south leads to what looks like a corridor. So, I am just saving myself a little bit of time and putting that out there on the map for them. They also realize that out that north door, they could see underneath the edge of the door the feet of a very large person who seems to be facing away from them. And they, at this point, have not been noticed, although they're trying to figure out what to do. In the storeroom with the PCs, we have, of course, all of the party members. We have Mulek, we have Falazure, we have Falazure, we have Krenraid, we have we have Dez, and we have Bell. So all 6 of them are in there. And there's also a shield guardian, and there's a giant goat that are also in there. Because everything else is either unsummoned or in an extra dimensional space at this moment. All of the other various critters that are part of the part of the entourage that makes up our party. So, adventurers, you were trying to figure out what it was you want to do now that you figured out you are inside basically a giant's pantry. Do you have any thoughts about... Oh, yes, and just one more detail. At the very end of the session, you could hear, you think, below you, and somewhere not too far off, you could hear the roars, the pained roars of a very large, probably a very large creature, and those roars sound more bestial than human. So, you guys may have an idea what that's about, but it's up to you to figure out what you're gonna do.
Well, I could sneak out, everybody.
Sneak out and do what?
Investigate. Do what I'm good at. It's just an idea.
Oh, but I've been improving. Have you seen my sneaky skills? So she kind of stands on one foot.
You have to turn your phone, deafen your phone. There you go. Because she was getting feedback. But no, I could, like I said, everybody, I could sneak out and just, do some reconnaissance. It'd be kind of hard for them to see me.
Okay. How's that?
I'm very good at what I do.
Well, all right then. I guess you're really good at what you do, so show us what you're made of.
I give Des a wink, like I got this. Belle knows I'm sneaky, but since she hasn't seen me in a long time, I've gotten better. So I'm just saying I could, if I go, I don't want to go where I know someone is, because I know I've seen both the north and south doors. I think I'm going to try to sneak into the corridor and see what I can see.
Okay.
If you hear screaming and yelling, run.
Run where?
Just hide.
Okay. So, Falazure.
Oh, not good. That was up in the door.
Okay, question. Did that fix it?
Yes.
Yes.
I just muted absolutely everyone on my phone, so...
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. So yeah, I want to open this southern door as stealthily as I can.
Okay, so this door here.
Yeah, I can't grab my token.
Oh, you cannot grab your token. Oh, well, let me.
Oh no.
Hold on. Just hold on.
Yeah, the world's coming to an end.
Nah.
Help.
How is everybody tonight? Everybody doing good?
Oh, that's
I'm all
weird.
right. Could be worse.
If you guys run into a thing where you cannot, and we'll just deal with it when your turn comes up, because I don't want to waste time dealing with it now.
I can move Sangzor, but not myself. So.
Okay, so Falazure, you should have control of yourself now.
I do. I moved to the southern door to crack it
Hold
open.
on. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, James.
Yes,
All right,
we can.
Sorry, I'm using a different computer and I could hear you, but you guys couldn't hear me. Falazure,
Yes.
wait.
Okay.
Before you leave, I can help you. Okay?
You might be able to.
All right.
I didn't want to, be presumptuous and say, "Oh, Bulik, there's something you can do for me?"
Yes, I was trying to, but you guys couldn't hear me. I had something wrong with my throat. I couldn't get it out.
That happens.
So Mulik will walk up to Falazure and will whisper a few words and put his hand on Falador's shoulder and cast Fortune's Favor on him.
Nice.
And while I was doing this, my right hand was holding the Stone Speaker crystal. After Mulek does that, he then where is it? He then casts invisibility on Falador.
There you go.
Okay,
Now
so
Des feels better.
Do you? I walk over and tap Des on the shoulder. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? No.
Yeah, right.
make
Get out
sure you
there.
don't attack.
I'm going.
now.
I'm going.
Okay, hang on. I've got the little eye on you for invisible, and I'm going to give you a little flame to show that you're inspired.
Fortune's Favor.
Or you've got the favor of fortune on you. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you go to the door, and this door is 27 feet tall, which means that the handle for the door is about 12 feet. No, it's about 9 or 10 feet up off the ground. So it's a little bit higher than Thaldor's head. So
Interesting.
how would you like to get out the door?
This is the critical thinking. Mulek, can you send your shield guardian over here to give me a lift?
Sure. Yeah. So Mulek tells the shield guardian to go and assist Falador.
But the real question is, where is he? And Spell's kind of looking around, trying to figure out where he is.
I'll climb on the shield guardian to use it as you know, maybe it holds its arm up for me, and I climb up on it to open the door.
Hey, give me a let's see, you're climbing up on, you're balancing. That sounds a little bit more acrobatic than athletic. So give me an acrobatics check. Oh, easily done. All right, so
It's good to be a rogue.
Yeah.
So let's do this. It is. There we go. Okay. Now, Mulek, you should be able to move the shield guardian over there. Yep. All right. So you climb up, and you discover that there is a little locking mechanism on the inside that just requires being twisted. There's not a keyhole. Apparently the keyhole is on the other side. But if you twist that locking mechanism, it's very well oiled, but there's obviously a huge bolt and tumbler that slides. And then you're able to, with, using two hands for leverage, you're just able to turn the handle, and the door opens, and you realize that the door opens in towards you.
Oh, goodness. That might work to my advantage. So I quickly hop down with, I guess, the shield guardian's help as well, grab the door. Mulek, have it grab the door and hold it.
On it.
And leave it open just a crack. Well, a crack in this would be huge. just to where I can slide out the door and have him stand there until I come back.
Yep. Hold the door, Iron Giant. IG.
Okay. At some point, you can decide on a name for it if you want to. All right, so the door opens and you slip out into a corridor. And as you look down the corridors here are 40 feet high, and the floor is made of thick varnished wooden planks. And you already know from looking up at the ceiling of the storeroom that there's big wooden beams underneath that hold those planks. The illumination here are from sconces on the walls, and those sconces hold what, for you guys would be a brazier the size of a fire pit, but for the giants is probably like a little torch. And the flame is burning merrily, but you can tell as you look at it, you can tell there's no smoke and doesn't seem to be generating any heat. You guys have seen this effect before. You think this is probably some sort of mystical or magical light effect that looks like flame but really isn't.
Got you. I'm going to happily, since I can't be seen, walk up here. Well, there's a door across from me. I'm going to look underneath that door first.
Okay, you look under that door, and again, it's you see what looks like there's a little bit of light in there, although it's kind of dim, dimmer than the light that's in the corridor. And you see the what looks like the legs of some large furnishings. And then you hear coming from beyond the door.
Guess he's sleeping. I believe that let that sleeping giant lie. As Stout Order says that in his inner monologue. So then I'm going to happily skip up here and look in this door.
Okay. As you move up the corridor, aromas of food being cooked come out of this door to the north, or come out from under this door to the north and around the edges.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of tracks with the fact that you guys heard some pots banging around, possibly on like a splash guard or something on the other side of the wall when you were in there. So you're pretty sure that what's up here is probably a kitchen, but you're interested in looking down there. As you look in under there, you see again it's a little bit more dimly lit than the corridor, and there's the bottom of a wrought iron, what looks like a giant size wrought iron staircase, spiral staircase going up. And beyond that, you see the legs of some furniture, but there's no sound.
Got you.
And as you look toward the east here, you can see under that door bright sunlight. So whatever this is, it is out there. And do you look? And you can. I was just saying you could see that for free. Are you going to go up there and look under that door?
I'm gonna look under. I'll look under all the doors because that would be my thorough investigation. And does these stairs here go down or up at the end of the corridor?
Well, it's actually those stairs are inside the room and they go up.
Okay, so these go up.
And then this here, what you can tell is that it looks like that leads out onto a stone walkway, and you can see the feet of it's kind of strange looking feet. They are legs that are decidedly bird-like, but they go into boots, and they appear to be kind of humanoid sized. And you can see like just the as you kind of peer under the door, the angle that you're looking at, they're standing a few feet away from the door. You can see just like some blue feathers at the extreme upper part of the leg that you can see, just above the tops of the boots.
Interesting.
But whatever those creatures are, there's two of them flanking the door, and they appear probably to be closer to your height than the height of a giant.
Got you. And then, I'll take a peek into that door. You said it's like a kitchen underneath there?
Yes. You look under there, and there's a part of whatever is being cooked. It's mixed with the strong aroma of pumpkins.
Ooh,
and as you look under there, and as you look under there, you're surprised to see that the boots that you see in there, they're not big enough to be giant boots, but they're definitely bigger than human boots. Let me take a quick peek at your... And there's voices that you hear.
Ooh.
I want to take a look and see what languages you have. Wait, are your languages on here? Okay,
I speak
I'm looking.
Draconic, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
Okay, I'm looking at your character sheet in Roll20, and I don't see that. No.
Yeah, it's on my D&D Beyond one.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a language you don't understand, but it's kind of a gruff language, and you hear one of them goes, and another one goes, and another one goes,
Dalor mumbles to himself.
And then they all go, so one of them makes a crude sounding noise, and everybody laughs at it.
Interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna run back to the room and let everybody know what I found. And
okay, and actually, as you look this direction here,
the stairs. Yeah, well, I might check that.
It's actually a giant-sized set of stairs going down. And as it goes down, it looks like there's daylight, but it kind of appears like it's a covered area with daylight coming in from one side. And you can also hear kind of the whipping and whistling of the wind down that way.
Interesting. I guess I'll come to the edge of the landing, or I guess right here, from what I could see, probably to this edge, and just peer out, I guess.
Okay. What you notice down there is you notice 2 cloud giants that are each stationed at what look like enormous giant-sized spyglasses that are actually mounted to the walls. And they're on a gimbaled sort of holder so that they can be swung around and angled up and down. And they appear to be looking through those and not paying any attention to the direction you're coming from. And then rather curiously, in this stone courtyard where they are, there appear to be puddles of standing water. That it's not like the entire ground is wet, but it's just like random puddles of water that are
odd.
Yeah, that are there. And
that'll make it difficult to be sneaky if we don't go around the puddles.
Oh, and then another important thing, each giant next to it has an enormous burlap sack. Okay, so these giants are like 24 feet tall, and the burlap sack is probably it comes up to their hips, and it's an open top, and you can tell that one or more sides kind of the top is just sort of open so that you can see the top of what they're carrying in the sack. And it looks like these sacks are filled with what to Thaldor would be really big boulders. They're boulders that look like they might weigh anywhere between 50 and 200 or 300 pounds. And so each one of them has one of those by their side.
That would be very painful. Crushed to death. So yeah, I then skedaddle back to the room. And I start letting everybody know what I've seen and which directions and everything.
Quite a few of the buggers, aren't there?
Yeah, one seems to be snoring pretty well right across the hall. Then at the end of the hall, there seems some bird-like creatures on a landing. And then to the west, there's 2 big giants, and they have boulders and sacks attached to their hips. And they're looking out these big spyglasses. Yeah, and there's puddles of water all over the ground in random spots.
Well, that's probably all the rain, right? Because we're quite high up.
I'd imagine.
Either that or it's where they've taken a piece.
She'll
That's
say,
Mm.
I call
could
the
be.
birds. I want to get the bird.
Well, they probably taste quite nice. Never ate
So
it.
So we need to find a little tiny chest thing, right? We need to find something that can give us the conch shell, and then we know that we think that there's a dragon here, and
Yeah.
we think that dragon might be below us. Is there? And we've got these giants, but we think the dragon might be able to help us, right?
maybe.
It was being tortured here, according to those guys before.
Did you find a way down?
I found a way up. Did that stair look like it went up and down, Gally, or just up?
The one that you found over here behind this door, that one looks like it goes up.
Up.
So you found stairs that went up, but no stairs that went down?
No, not in where we're at, because we know there's a big guy sitting outside here to the north. I don't know.
This goes down.
Yeah, that goes down towards the west. Yeah.
Ah. Well, it kind of makes sense. We're in like a larder, right? If I was building a castle, and we did kind of work with the foundations of something very similar, I'd imagine this would be near the bottom.
Yeah, and from the smells, Falazure was able to probably triangulate that beyond this wall is indeed a kitchen.
Yum. I wonder what the giants must eat a lot. I bet their meals are massive.
I bet they could feed all of us for months, but it did smell good. It smelled like they were cooking something with pumpkin, so it did really smell very, very sweet.
Pumpkin pie, maybe? Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while since we had a good meal, but
Comrade's drooling.
I can't concentrate on that right now. We've got to figure out either a way up or a way down.
Oh.
But the only thing I could see is a way up.
You're right.
I go over to Crinray and go, here, wipe the corners of your mouth. You're drooling.
That
Makes
seems to
sense.
be
Just get off the floor.
that seems to be the opposite way we want to go, though. Do you think you can find the stairs down? I mean, this I can keep you invisible for only an hour.
Yeah, I probably could. I'd have to go digging around, but if there's doors to get to, I can't open them. You know, the handles are so far tall, and I don't think I'm small enough to fit underneath the doorway. So that might be an issue. But getting around unnoticed, that I can do. But if I can't open the doors, we're going to have issues.
How tall are they? The doors, handles. What did you say?
8 feet off the ground.
Yeah, they're
Des kind of
actually. I think I said they're 10 feet off the ground, but I double checked the book, and they're actually 12 feet off the ground.
Ooh,
And the door-
yeah. Des can't reach them.
And the doors themselves are 27 feet tall.
That's why I had to have the shield guardian to pick me up to get to the door handle. So that's going to be our
able
issue.
to squeeze underneath the doors if we really wanted to.
No, you're not. You guys are not octopi. You don't have the physiology to be able to squeeze yourself under the door. Everybody make me a perception check.
Oh,
Music's
Everybody.
quite loud in the stream, by the way, Callie. I don't know. if
Oh
that's-
crap! I forgot to.
okay.
God, look at Belle go. God, mine kind of sucked for a minute.
Okay.
Was this a perception? Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, Captain C with the nat 20.
There is starting the night off right, my
Nice.
friend.
Okay. Well,
Ooh,
I'm too distracted.
Belle and Falazure and Des all hear the sound of footsteps in the hall.
Fuck.
Out and Belle and Ken will also hear this home to home home boom 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 kind of tuneless humming. And then there's a clatter outside, and it's like, and you hear something press against the door, and then you hear, and then you hear the sound of this large key going into the keyhole
We all
on the
suddenly
other
go,
side. And
I'm invisible still.
This is the door to the south?
yeah, the door to the south. And the key turns, and then go, ooh, ooh, oh, where go? Thank you.
And then if it's any easier for you, I do speak giant.
Let me find out if that makes it easier.
I don't know.
Is Mulek's character still coming up as Ryuk?
I see Mulek.
Okay, let me see. Oh, yes, Krenraid. Okay, so as they we're gonna backtrack a little. There's a clatter against the door, and then the voice, which has been humming, says, got to get more supplies. Got to make more pumpkin pie." And then it's like, up the first step, up the second step, up the third step.
He's going up some stairs.
And then the key goes into the door, and it starts twisting the key in the lock, and then it's like, oh, Dret was last one here. Dret did not lock the door. I get Dret in trouble. The voice says on the other side of the, and then
I just realized Des speaks giant too.
Okay, and then there's the sound of as whatever it is climbing down the door, and then it gets down the door, and this scrape of something moving aside. And then it goes, shit, forgot to turn knob. And then there's this scrape of something coming back in front of the door. And
it's locking the door.
Mr. GM, we
yes.
As soon as we know that this is, or as soon as Des kind of hears this and his ears kind of perk up at this, he's kind of like looks at everybody half scared and goes, hide, everybody hide, getting barrels under. Hide.
He's not coming in, he's locking the door.
No. And then, of course, the door handle turns. And
I did this just as he was starting.
Okay.
To give everybody a few seconds to run.
And the handle turns and the door pushes open a little, like, a couple of inches. And then there's this clambering sound of this thing going back down the little stairs, and the scrape of something on the floor. And entering into the larder is an ogre. And the ogre is like, oh, Drat need flour. Drat need pumpkin spice. Drat need nutmeg. Drat need... what else Drat need? And goes and pulls a piece of parchment out of a pocket and looks at it. Oh, yeah, vanilla. Mistress like vanilla and pumpkin pie. And so then it goes over and it's like, and it comes over and it pulls the lid off of this barrel. And about this time, it would be really good to ask who is watching the goat.
I tried to put the goat behind the crate over here.
Okay.
Like tried to get him to back up into that corner.
Okay. As soon as the lid comes off of this barrel, Des, you hear this clop clop of a goat's feet and this meh.
Fuck.
There's nothing weird about a goat in a larder.
and Drat, or the ogre, just turns around. What that? Oh, what? Ooh, the mistress. Ooh. Oh, that barbaric. The mistress want meal alive? Oh, that bad. Oh, hey, Mr. Gold. And saying all this in giant. Hey, Mr. Gold. Oh, ho, ho. How are you? Oh, you're a cute one, aren't you?
Around a barrel, like, are some of these barrels like we can climb into them or under them or something?
Not under them, but they're large enough that you can stay out of the line of sight. This guy doesn't look terribly bright, and he's not really being all that attentive. Yeah. I mean, you guys heard that when he found that the door was unlocked, he thought it was one of his fellow cooks, apparently, that forgot to lock the door, and he thinks it's funny to get his fellow cooks in trouble. So
so Des basically at this point in time does his best to try to like come up with some plan to save Sangzor, and I'm not very good at throwing voices, but tries to do the whole speak for the goat kind of thing.
Okay, well, Drat is saying, "Oh, hey, Mr. Goat, how are you?" And then goes and opens up this crate here and pulls out like a couple of heads of cabbage, and then it takes one of the heads of cabbage and holds it out towards the goat. Are you hungry, Mr. Goat? And you gotta get big and fat for the mistress table. So the Sangzor is like, man, and moves over and sniffs at it, and then
meanwhile Des is looking at Haldor like,
you still can't see me.
Yeah, you can't
That's
see.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot you were invisible.
Yeah, and all of you can hear. Those of you who can hear Giant can understand what's happening, but all of you can hear this, and anybody who peeks around can see that this crazy ogre is here just feeding this goat. And those of you that understand giant think that obviously this is something that his mistress wants for a meal. He doesn't understand it, but he's not asking any questions.
All right. Well, then I stay like kind of hunkered down, just waiting to see what he'll do.
And he says, he's like sniffing around. He says, "Good. You haven't pooped in here. No poop, Mr. Goat. You need to poop. You come to kitchen and tell us. We take you outside so you can poop on grass. Don't poop in kitchen." And he's just, wagging a finger at the goat admonishingly. And then he takes like 4 or 5 heads of cabbage out, and then he secures the lid back on this crate, and he just sets the rest of the heads of cabbage on top of the crate and says, "There you go, Mr. Goat. You eat up." And then he
Tez is like trying so hard not to laugh because all he can think of is what the ogre just said about asking to go poop, and yet he's handing him like 4 or 5 heads of cabbage.
Gotta fatten him up.
Yeah, with gas.
Maybe the mistress likes it like that. No judgments there.
Yes, I don't know. But yeah, all I can see is the aftermath of that.
Yeah. And so Drat goes back and he looks at his list again. Yeah, okay, need flour. And he pulls like a big 25-pound bag of flour out of this one barrel. And then he moves over here and he opens this crate. Krenraid, you're behind it. He opens the lid and slides it back and pushes it against the wall. So now you have a little roof over your head.
I thought that was going completely the other way. I thought I had to catch it.
No. And then he just is reaching down in there, and Bell and Mulek, and I guess Des, you're. Yeah, and Falazure, you guys are all at the right angle. With Aldor, you're probably at the right angle as well. You can tell that this ogre has like a loincloth wrapped around him at his waist, but he's not wearing anything underneath that. As he's leaning over. So you guys are getting an eyeful of big old ogre butt.
You're so cruel.
I've never been so happy to be behind a crate in my life.
And he fishes around and he pulls out a few other things that he needs. And then he's got the flour, the sack of flour over one shoulder, and then in his hands he's trying to hold these other things, and he goes and he sets the other things down on top of the lid, because then he has to close the lid, and then he looks at it and he says, "No, can't do that. We'll spill things." So then he walks over here and he puts everything down on the lid of this thing. And then he walks back over here and he takes the lid and slides it back and then pushes it down. And then he turns back to the goat. He says, "I close it tight, Mr. Goat, so you can't get in there." He waggles his finger at the goat again. And now I'm presuming, regardless of where you guys are actually standing, that as this guy moves around, you're doing your best to just sort of stay out of his line of sight, except for Thaldor, who's invisible.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching all this.
Okay, all right. And so everybody make me a stealth check. Well,
Took her
he's
well.
just
It just keeps getting
Almost
worse.
perfect. Even with
and
invisibility.
okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Thaldor. You don't. You and okay. All
I
right.
knew it wouldn't go well.
Okay. All right. He's over here, and he starts to pick stuff up, and Krenraid, perhaps you let out a little bit more of an audible sigh than you thought you did when that lid went back on and he realized you didn't have to catch it. But he looks at you and he does a double take, and then much faster and much more nimbly than you think he could, he jumps up on top of this crate and he goes, "Eek!" And he says, "Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
What?
Dreadis only cook! Dreadis only cook! Don't hurt me!"
What
Don't
are
hurt
you
me.
doing up there? I'm here inspecting the goods in this here larder as ordered by the mistress, and you're jumping up like a scared kitty cat. Get down from there.
You, but you,
Yeah.
dwarf.
Yeah, and I'm a really good cook.
I- Oh, he puts a hand on his head. He says, "Oh, did we mess up last year? No, we did mess up last year. We would have been dead if we had. Well, I'm sorry, but the last time I saw your folk was in a dwarf pie that
Ew.
the mistress had baked for a special occasion last year."
I've been informed about the dwarf pie. When I was brought up to this place, they said if I don't do a really great job, I'm going straight in a pie. So obviously you understand, being a very smart big creature, that all I was doing was looking over the ingredients and making sure everything's proper, because otherwise how else would I be here?
And then as he's talking to Krenraid, he notices Dez and Falazure as well, the other two that had really bad stealth checks. And he says, "Oh, your whole team of small folk, you all cooks from different lands?"
Yeah. We're
And I
all
respond
called
in
up to
giant,
prepare.
Yes.
Oh, and one of you know, you know how to speak real language.
Dez
Giant
kind of
language.
straightens up a little bit and goes, "But of course, otherwise we wouldn't have been hired to come here."
Quite right, I responded in Dwarven.
And he then lifts a hand and rests his chin on the palm of his hand, almost like he's going to be, almost in a gesture like he's being very thoughtful. And then he takes a big index finger and he jams it up one nostril of his nose and he starts digging around. And he's like, "Oh, I see. Yeah, drat, see, that makes sense." And then he pulls his finger out of his nose and he wipes it on his loincloth.
And about that time, Dez is like,
Yeah.
"Good sir, do you realize how unsanitary that is? That's a very bad habit. One day you're going to poke your eyeball out."
"Ooh, poke eyeball out? Oh, that's scary. It's scary.
Well, of course it's scary.
Well, did you need to come inspect the kitchen?
No, it's
or-
kind of a surprise inspection. We don't want anybody to know we're here because we don't want them to suddenly decide they've got to clean up if it's messy.
We want to make sure that all the stuff in the larder is nice and properly organized and has all the delicious foods.
Unseen servant clean. Unseen servant keep everything clean. Kitchen very clean.
Yes, but we need to make sure that everyone is at least being sanitary when they are dealing with food stuff.
And then he looks at you, and he looks at his finger, and he looks back at you, and he looks back at his finger, and then his eyes kind of get real wide, and then his chin just starts to quaver a little bit, and he's like,
and Des is like, it's okay. It's all right. You're still learning. No, I won't tell Mistress. We'll call this a free pass as long as you don't tell anybody about us right now, okay?
I will not tell anyone.
Okay.
I won't tell Dret. I won't tell Corb. I won't tell Mistress. I won't tell other giants. It be our secret.
Of course. And that is the best kind of secret.
Well, tell me, do you know any really good ingredients to add to pumpkin pie that Mistress will like? It's one of her favorite desserts. We'll be baking one for her dinner tonight.
Well, I saw you got pumpkin pie spice there, which has cinnamon and nutmeg in it. But if you add a little bit of mace.
Fish.
No, not fish.
You've never had pumpkin pie and fish? It's an amazing combination of flavors.
There's a spice out there called mace. If you've got it, it makes it delectable. Mace. Not the weapon type of mace. It's a spice.
Got any bats?
Well, let me look in spice crate. Excuse me, Mr. Inspector. I walk around you, and then he goes over here and he says, Do you know what's going to be served with goat? And he points at Sangzor, who's still there, just
mint jelly.
Ooh, mint jelly. Ooh. And so then he opens this big crate and he says, I got the cumin, got the nutmeg, got the bread, and he's going through and he's shuffling through and he starts to lean over and he's like digging through all kinds of stuff and found it, and he pulls like a 5-pound bag of 5-pound leather sack.
Yes.
Says, mace.
Yes.
So how much?
Perfect.
How much we add?
3 fingerfuls. You take a big pinch with 3 fingers and put it in there.
A big pinch with 3 fingers. And then he sort of pantomimes his thumb and 2 fingers. and he says, oh, good. Yeah. Drat make excellent pumpkin pie for Mistress.
Yes, I think she'll like it. You don't want to put in too much. It's always better to err on the side of caution.
Unless you're feeling a bit glorious, in which case just put the whole lot in.
Don't. He's a jokester. Don't listen to him.
And he looks at Krenraid and he looks back at Dez and he says, pointing to the furball, he says, I think you right. Drat likes Drat is taster for Mistress because Mistress says that Drat has palate similar to hers, and Drat appreciates subtle flavors that taste that you can't quite tell what it is, but you know it's there.
Yes.
That three finger pinch of mace does that.
Mhm. Yes.
I'm so excited. And he starts to kind of almost like do a little
Dance between
do a
foot
little
to foot.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, foot to foot dance. So excited. Well, don't let Goat get out.
No,
before
I won't
time
let
for
him get
dinner.
out.
Okay, and then you need anything, you come to kitchen and you tell Drat and Drat help you.
Well,
Okay.
there is one thing that you could do for us. As you could tell, your friend didn't lock us in. So if you could leave us the key and the ladder, because obviously none of us are that big, so we could, lock the ladder when we're done so the goat doesn't get out, that'd be handy.
And he says, "Oh, yeah, makes sense." And so he goes out and he drags this big step ladder in, and he leans it up against this crate, and then he fishes this large key out of his pocket, and he takes it over to Dez, and he puts it on the barrel next to where Dez is standing.
I appreciate that.
I whisper in Dez's ear real quick because he can't see me anyways. But whisper at Dez. I go, Dez, I don't know what y'all are saying, but we should try to. I don't even know. I lost. I don't even spend the whole conversation. So
Okay.
my bad.
All right.
Well,
So-
but you can kind of tell that, I would say, by the tone that Dez is doing and, the motions that he's going through and the fact that the giant has gone over to a spice barrel to get something and Dez is making a motion with 3 fingers like a pinch.
Got you, like a pinch.
And
Hey.
then you hear Crinraid like teasing.
Right. So I would say hot sauce. We can get Falazure's hot sauce in it. Whatever he's cooking. That'd make their day.
Or it might get him killed, but that's one less ogre for us to worry about.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
So-
and what was your name
yeah.
again, sir?
I Drat.
Okay.
And other cooks are Drat. Drat is one that forget to lock door.
Mm.
And then Corb. Corb is other cook.
Okay.
So Drat, and Corb.
Gotcha.
We cook for Mistress and all of the rest of the giants of the castle. You inspectors hungry? Can we cook something for you?
No, remember, this has to be a surprise inspection.
Oh, yes. And he puts his hands over his mouth and his eyes get real wide, like, oh, sorry.
But just as one last little thing,
yes,
you plan on
Yes.
serving this pumpkin pie with whipped cream? Whipped cream on top?
Yes, whipped cream. Very
Okay.
good.
Well, do you have, is this out of character, is this a specific hot sauce that we have or just hot sauce?
Falazure gave the idea.
Yeah, it's Falazure's, so he would have to speak up for what the and this
Well,
is out
no,
of
but
character. So Ken
I'm
could tell you.
listening, and what I was doing was, what I guess I was asking was, he made it sound in character like they had a type of hot sauce, or is it just any hot sauce?
No, the party has hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure if they've used it in Dez's company. It's come up several times.
Well, but he whispered
I've
in my
mentioned
ear.
it with Des.
So I kind of like rifle around in my bag while I'm kind of putting my hand out, like, give me the damn hot sauce,
And then I'll have to sneak over to Falazure and get it. And I
Okay.
whisper in Falazure's ear, Falazure, I need your hot sauce.
So I'm digging around in my bag, and then I kind of like, so if you're going to serve it with whipped cream, as a
Uh-huh.
piece de resistance, which means the pride of all pride. Somewhere in here, I have a bottle of sauce that you should sprinkle on the whipped cream and drizzle on the top of the pumpkin pie piece that you serve your mistress.
Oh. Special sauce?
Yes, it is a special sauce, and it's kind of that one thing where you get that spicy and sweet flavor together.
Oh. Oh. Rat has tasted spicy sweet. Oh, yes, spicy sweet can be very good. And mistress likes spicy food, but recipe we use is very bland pumpkin pie.
Right, and you want to make it perfect.
Yes.
Now, I will warn you though, if she likes spicy, this might be just a little bit too spicy for you. If you're taking a taste test, try not to get any of that in your mouth.
Yes.
It's going to be something that is
giant
very
scale
special.
spice.
Right.
Giant scale spice. Oh,
Right.
yes.
And so he's still kind of like he opens it up and kind of rummages around while he's kind of hoping that
Drat know about that. Drat remember time back in home when Drat was young. There was time when some bullies they got some halflings, and they had fun playing with halflings. They would take poison and
ooh,
they would put it in the beer, and the bullies they drink the beer, and because they put halfling poison in the beer and the ogre drink it just make them a little tipsy, but then they put the poison in the beer and give it to the halfling, and the halfling die.
oh yes. So
It's
so
pretty funny.
that's part of it. Is this is scaled for a big giant?
For cloud
and
giant, yes.
You are not so much less in stature because you obviously are a wonderful cook. However, I don't think you should touch that.
Drat know his place. Drat know his
Okay.
place. Yeah, Drat cook. Yes. The giants they whip Drat if Drat not do good. So
Right.
yes.
But we
yes.
want to just make sure that you're spared from having this spiciness on
Oh,
your
yeah.
tongue.
Drat
because
not
you're-
want to get sick.
Yes.
Yes.
It also
Yes.
might ruin your palate for everything else that you'll be tasting. If all you
Yeah.
can taste is its overwhelming spice, then you won't be able to taste anything else.
Yeah.
And he turns and he nods very seriously towards Crinraid. Yes, you're very wise. You and your inspection team, very smart. Very smart.
That's why we're still alive.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's
All
why
right, so-
we're asked for by name.
Oh, okay. No. Better that I not know your name.
Yes.
Then I won't. When somebody asks me if I've seen Inspector Jeeves,
Yes.
I hope that not your name. But
No.
if somebody asks if I see Inspector Jeeves, I can say nope, not seen Inspector Jeeves, not at
Right.
all.
Would be very smart, especially since we've already seen a few infractions by yourself in this here larder. It'd be real shame if we had to tell the mistress about those, wouldn't it?
And
And
so
then
he's
his
just kind
lip,
of playing
his
off of
chin
him.
does the quivering thing again.
No. We'll let this one go for now. But from now on, don't put your finger up your nose. Because like I said, you stick it up there too far, you're going to poke your eye out. And just make sure you wash your hands. And now it will be good.
It's written down, but I could strike it off if you're a good giant, yeah?
Yeah, he's not a giant.
And, well, technically, ogres are a giant kin, but yeah. So he says, well, please.
I'll make sure you take care of putting that pinch of mace in the pumpkin pie, and then
Yes,
and he's still
yes.
rummaging around. Do you hand him the hot sauce?
I had to go to Falazure and I whisper in Falazure's ear, Falazure, do you have any more of your hot sauce? I know you can't see me, but
I don't think it's there.
Did we miss you?
yeah, all right. All right, can you hand it to me real quick? This is an emergency.
Which one you want?
The extra damn hot.
What?
The hottest you got.
For what?
We're going to try to poison these punks. I need the hot sauce.
Poison them? What do you mean?
I think I don't know this conversation that's going on. I had an idea that was, you.
And
I don't
like
know.
said, by now you can kind of tell that
Right,
he's
if you're
kinda doing
watching what he's in,
the drizzle thing.
Right.
And,
So I'm just thinking that if we, had something hot, they're not used to hot, it might make them ill. I mean, hell, look what it did to Crinraid. And Crinraid's a big, beefy dude.
Well, I mean, I got a special bottle I haven't opened yet. It's called Damn Hot. But
I'm hot.
I guess you can have it. And
Well, it don't take much. So I do have some vials on me. I pull one out. He can't see me. I'm invisible. After he hands me the bottle, he probably sees a bottle floating in the air. I pour some into a
he's too
vial.
busy looking at us.
Right.
Yeah,
So
actually, if you grab something invisible and put it inside your cloak, it will then disappear.
Okay. And I'd make a shimmy. I open my cloak up a little bit, pour it in there, hand Falazure the bottle back and say, that should do. And I run over to Dez and hand Dez the vial.
Okay. All right.
There you go. We didn't get rid of all your hot sauce, Falazure. I know you want some for later.
So then he'll basically finally kind of when he feels the little vial get put in his hand, he'll kind of oh, here it is. We've got it here. And so he pulls out, how big is this vial compared to us? Teeny, big?
It'd be probably that big. But if it's damn hot, then I imagine this stuff is like lava. So
yeah,
it's this big, as you can see. So in your hand, it would probably fit in the palm of your hand.
It's full of hog's ass and a spoonful.
There you go. That's what we needed.
And
that's a weird expression. So at this point in time, then
Dez will come over to Dez.
Yeah, Dez comes out and basically holds it up to him and goes, okay, be very careful that you don't get any of this on your clean hands. You take the top off and you're going to just very lightly sprinkle a couple of drops here and there. And then about half of this vial for her piece of pie should do it. And then that way you have some left over if she wants a second piece.
Okay. Yeah, Drat will do that. Okay.
Don't let anybody else do anything with it, okay?
I'm right at down. Don't forget it.
Oh, Drat will keep it hidden. And
perfect.
As he turns around from you and starts to head back over the door, you can see he takes his hand that has the vial and reaches up under his kilt. It's little wrap.
Well, no one's looking for it there. He's right. It will never be found.
And then he walks to the door, and he looks. He says, "Ladder, key. Okay. Thank you, inspectors. Thank you.
Have fun.
I'll tell you how much she loves the pie. Oh, okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. We're watching you.
He
About
walks.
this, as he shuts the door, Dez is like, Oh God!
I actually cannot believe that worked. All right, everyone. What was basically going on was, I'm repeating what he said in Giant. He's a cook. He came in here to get some ingredients. He has his friends over there in the other room. Obviously, we're not the stealthy characters. Me and the big guy over here didn't go very well. So he came in here, and we were trying to, convince him that we were cooks set up from the surface, and we came here to inspect. No, we're both. We came here to inspect the larder to make sure everything was, as it should be. And we report directly to the mistress, which I guess is the storm giant queen we were told about by those other wizard lot. But yeah, seemed to go pretty well. He's not going to tell his friends, and he's going to put the hot sauce on that pie, which hopefully will get him killed.
And possibly give her really bad indigestion.
Oh, that's what you needed the hot sauce for. But
yeah.
You gotta be careful. That when I gave you that, you're just supposed to put a few drops in a dish.
Yeah, this is a giant.
We want this lady to feel so sick from the spice that she has to go throw up for a couple of hours.
Distraction.
Oh, she won't be throwing up, at least from the front end.
Perfect. That's even better. Because you got to clean yourself up afterwards, especially if you're like a mistress or a lady of a giant castle, right? You can't come out looking stinky.
No, you can't.
So what's our plan, people?
Get the hell out of here. We need to get out of this room and get going.
We need to find a way of hiding Sangzor.
That's going to be very
Because they wanted to... he was trying to fatten him up. And unfortunately, he gave him cabbage.
Oh, we should have told her that the goat was our thing to cook, so they shouldn't touch it. That was a mistake.
If we come across him in a kitchen or something and he's by himself, we can whisper it to him as we move along.
Oh, yeah. But he left us the key to the larder and the ladder. Now, I don't remember Faldo said that the key was quite high up and the door was quite up. Now we've got a ladder, which I can carry or Des can carry. We can put it up, get to it a bit easier. And we've got a key. Hopefully it works in other doors, but I know it works in that one.
Yeah.
While you guys were having the conversation, Mulek was whispering in the corner, hiding, and casted comprehended languages for Giant. So Mulek caught the last part of that conversation. And now he can understand Giant when we move around.
Lovely.
Okay, yes. So, yeah, you guys have given the cook some new ingredients to use on a very special dish that they're making. And now you... so now what do you want to do?
Hey, Faldo, I know you're still invisible over there. I can't see you, but do you want to go have a look in the other side to see if you can find a way down?
Sure. How much longer does this spell last?
It's an hour.
1 hour.
Probably hasn't been that long.
Well, we'll say that from the time you first cast and you went and did all of that stuff, and then the conversation with the giant, it's been about 30 minutes. So you've got about 30 minutes of invisibility
left. Well, if you can open this door, I can go look. Go out and look and see what's up.
I'll grab the ladder. Des, you have the key?
Yeah, and he grabs this massive thing off of the barrel. And then looks at Sangzor and says, "Don't eat another cabbage."
Yeah, make sure your goat stays quiet.
And be quiet. Sangzor looks at you and goes, "Meh."
Kind of say, I don't think we really needed the ladder, did we?
I mean, it's just useful. And it makes us look more official, because otherwise how else are we supposed to get up there, right?
I don't know if you had caught what the GM had said, but the doorknob is basically 12 foot above our heads. Des is only 7 foot something, so even I couldn't reach it.
Yeah, this step ladder is about 6 feet tall, and it's a step ladder for ogres. So it's like he has to step up, a couple of steps on it before he can reach the door. and unlock it. So this mitigates the need to have the shield guardian lift people up to work the door. So Krenraid, you get over here to this north door. You find very similar on the inside. There is a lock mechanism on the inside, but not a keyhole. And you can just turn that lock mechanism to unlock the door.
Yeah.
And now Falazure had seen at one point had seen a large giant out here. And as are you going to just go ahead and open the door, or what are you going to do?
We should crack the door and let me sneak out.
Yeah, all I'm doing is putting the ladder up there and getting ready at the side of the door so I can push it out a bit. Not very much.
Okay. Falazure, when you push the door open and you kind of peer out, you see that this giant has walked away. Now, kind of give you an idea about how this is laid out. These two things here are large pillars that hold up an overhanging kind of circular porch. And then which again is like 40 feet tall. And then beyond that porch, you see the giant. And the giant is, looks like he's doing some, maintenance or inspection or tuning or something on this big, huge giant. To you, it would be a ballista. It'd be like a ship-mounted or castle-mounted crossbow for the giant, but it's a ballista that is sized for giants to use. So there's a stack in these crates sitting next to the ballistae. There are crates of the bolts, and he picks one up to inspect it, and the bolt is like about 10 feet long. And the head on that bolt is about as big around as Thaldore's head is.
Jeez.
And it's, it's kind of a four-bladed head where those blades are very, very, filed to a very sharp point. And so he inspects the flights on it and the shaft and those types of things. And then he's kind of going around and he's inspecting the mechanism of this. And he seems very engrossed in his work.
Nice. So I'm going to run down here. These stairs go up or down?
These stairs go down.
Yay. I found down. So okay. I want to get to the edge of the stairs and go down and see what I see.
Okay, as you go down to that area, all right, a 30-foot high curtain wall with an overhanging rampart encloses this stone-tiled courtyard, which contains a few puddles of rainwater here and there.
So that goes back down. It goes back down to this area.
Yep.
Okay, got you. So that's a weird way. So they all end up here. Okay. So there is no way that those go down. So I run back up this way. And what about these stairs over here?
Those stairs go up.
Up. Okay. So I come back to the door, come back in and say, well, guys, the only stairs that go down that I've been able to suss is the ones to our west, and they go down to that big courtyard type thing I told you about with the puddles of water.
Oh.
And then there's to the right, as soon as we come out of this room, there's stairs that go up to another, I guess, landing platform, something. They go up, but I didn't go up them. I guess the only way we can go in
Okay.
this place is up.
Okay, now keep in mind that the these stairs, they're kind of curved, so they get down. So and you see these two giants there, but yeah, you have, at least as far as you've told me, you haven't left the bottom of the stairs. You just kind of got to the bottom of the stairs and looked around.
Yeah, because you said it goes back out to this, doesn't it?
Right, it goes back out to this.
Okay.
Do you want to step out away from this and kind of really give the place a look over, or are you just standing at the stairs looking, basically?
I was looking this way.
Standing at the stairs, basically looking that way.
Yeah, basically looking out. That if I noticed these stairs led back to the platform, then it's a dead end.
Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't go completely down.
Actually, give me a perception check. I want to handle this.
14.
14. Not great, but I mean, you realize Falazure kind of is thinking and realizes, well, now this is all kind of part of it. There's got to be a way down. Maybe there's like some other doors or something.
Right.
So, would he like to spend some time down here, looking for any doors?
Down here, looking for doors?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Is what he's seeing, is this area lower and this area is higher?
Yes. This area here is the same level as the floor you guys are on. This area here is at below that. So
it's
this
covered.
is a lower level. And in fact, as you get about there and you look around, Falazure, you see about right there on that lower level, there is a door that leads back into the castle.
What?
Yes. So on the lower level.
Gotcha.
So you now also, as you guys are thinking about it, you're thinking, okay, now if you guys were really careful and really quiet and hugged this wall, these guys are they're focused on whatever's outside the castle. You might be able to get, from the bottom of the stairs here to that door and go through it, but of course you don't know what's beyond that door yet.
True. Okay, so I'll run back up these stairs and run back in and be like, okay, if we're sneaky enough, I have a plan, but I don't know what's on the other side of the door, but it goes back into the castle underneath where we're at. If we're sneaky enough. Because it looks like most of these giants are distracted.
Meaning they're not looking down.
They're not looking our way. So even though I'm invisible, I noticed the one out here to the north wasn't really paying attention towards our direction. The ones on the crenulation out here to the west wasn't paying attention. They're more worried about their spy glasses. I mean, it's a long shot, but I mean, it's the only thing we got right now.
I might as well.
Well, we can't stay here.
No, that's for sure.
Me too, get going.
About this point in time, though, Des will go over to Sangzor and start fitting up his hooves with like leather wrappings.
Okay.
So that he doesn't make clip clop noises as they're trying to sneak along.
Okay. You're going to use your beast speech or whatever to let him know what he's doing so he doesn't try to chew those
and
off.
tell him
Okay.
that he needs to be quiet
Okay.
until we get out. And then I put a couple of the heads of cabbage in my bag and tell him that they're for later.
And he gives you basically the goat equivalent of a little contented horse's wicker.
Okay.
Just sort of nuzzles your the palms of your hand to indicate that he kind of understands.
Good.
All right. Okay. So you guys have at least half a plan, which is better than no plan. And I think
have
since,
half a plan.
and since you have half a plan, I think this is a good time for us to go ahead and take our break. Viewers, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. John, great to see you. Drats, great to see you there. We are going to put the slate up, and I'm going to bring the music back up a little bit. And then we will go on break for about 10 minutes. If you guys have any questions about our game, go ahead and throw them in the chat while we're on break. And we will do our best to answer those when we return. So, I'm going to mute myself and go grab something to drink.
Hey, Galabon, really quick.
Yeah.
If you get time before we come back, my character sheet isn't the most recent one, so I don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right.
If you have time, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I can go ahead and take care of that when I get back.
All right. Thank you.
My kid's waving at you, Paul. That's Nick. No, mate, I guess you were busy the other day when I was trying to reach out to you. It's been crazy at work. Yeah, I was going to let you know real quick while we're on break. Meet me in the general chat real quick.
Hey, James, close your character sheet in Roll20 if you got it open, because I'm about to delete it from Roll20 so I can import it again.
Okay, I totally exited.
Okay. All right. So let me find music and edit this. Delete. You sure you want to delete the character? Yes, I'm sure. Okay. So then I'm going to go back to the character vault. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to export. Character has been exported. Then I'll go back over here. Yes, okay. Then I'll find Mulek again and edit. And there you go. And there you go. Right. And then save. Come on. Save. Damn you. There, stupid thing. Okay.
See something happening.
Okay. Leave your journal and go back into your journal. And when you do, you should find your character there again. And hopefully, if you had it all updated at the end of the last session in the old game, it should all have that everything in it at that point.
Yes, it is good. Thank you.
Okay. And all right, cool. Then we'll just make sure when we pull your character out that you can see it again. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back over here, turn the music back down, and move us back to our map. All right.
Do you need to pull my? Do I need to just delete Mulek and put him back in? The character, the icon.
Oh, you might need to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. So, while James is taking care of that, Falazure had come back and given you his report. Looks like there's a way down and a door in. But there's at least one cloud giant that could potentially see you guys straight out to the north of this door if you go that way. And then if you decide to go out into the hall and down the ramp, which is another option, you'll have to go across this courtyard. Oh, what?
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
I was getting an update. That's something.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Falazure, there's the two ways out. There's two ways down to this courtyard here. That going to the north, there's one giant that's on your level that might see you. Going out to the west, there are two giants, but they're kind of up on a curtain wall. And the thing is, you have a longer distance.
I guess we better go south, guys. That'd be our best option, not to run into a giant.
I like that plan.
Go like so, but there's a potentially less of a chance of being seen because of the fact that the giants are up higher on that curtain wall up there.
Aye, aye.
How loud is my shield guardian when he walks?
He's louder than the average bear. I mean, he's got metal feet that clomp around, and he's not exactly meant for stealth.
Knowing how much noise he makes, and from the description of how far the giant is from the door, what would you think in regards to how far that sound would carry?
Well, considering that this courtyard here is paved with flagstones, and that it's got a nice curtain wall that sort of lets all that sound echo around and come up, that might be problematic. Now you just saw Des take some mitigation when it comes to the goat, where she took some bits of leather and wrapped it around the goat's hooves. I don't know if Mulek could think of anything that he might be able to do that might make the thread of the shield guardian quieter.
Or burlap sacks or something.
There are crates and barrels in here. Were there any types of material?
Yeah, you noticed when Dret was opening up the crates, a lot of them seem to have dry goods. Some of those dry goods are in sacks.
Sure, I will tear apart some. I'll see what Des did with the goat, and I'll think, well, I don't know if this will work with the guardian here, but I'll cut some fabric and try to tie it around as best I can.
Okay. Now, you have, with your one level of artificer, do you have any kind of features like crafting features or things like that from the artificer thing? Or does all that kind of cool stuff start coming in at level 2 or 3?
Yeah, it's all later. I mean, the only thing I can do is magical tinkering, which is like tiny objects. I can't really craft anything special.
Okay. Let's see. This would be kind of like it doesn't require strength. I'm gonna say do like make like a sleight of hand check to just see how well you craft these little boots. Okay, all right. So you make some kind of very crude burlap sack boots. Des looks at them kind of dubiously, thinking, well, if we had leather, that would be better, but work with what you got, right? So probably the best that Mula can do. And you notice that when you tell the shield guardian to walk back and forth, it is a little quieter. You do notice that that's going to be a temporary thing, because it's not going to be long before the weight of that shield guardian starts breaking down the burlap, and it's going to eventually wear through that, and then it's going to be back to metal on stone. But, it might hold for a few minutes. Maybe an hour if you're lucky.
Mulek doing that, and she kind of goes over to him, taps him on his shoulder, and says, "Would you like my sleeping bag? I feel like that's a lot more fluffy and cozy than some burlap." Or whatever bag's made out of. I don't know.
I don't want to ruin your sleeping bag.
Either that or
bed-
put a couple layers of burlap inside of the bag before you put it on his foot to make like a cushion.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try it. I guess I can always try mending it for you afterwards if we tear it.
She kind of scoffs and says, "Psh, I'll just curl up by anyone's feet. It's okay."
Okay, so yeah, you can, using your 17, you get that, and if you combine that with some scraps of burlap sack, yeah, you think, like I said, it'll hold for a while, but still, I mean, anything as soft as a cloth-like fabric is going to get eventually worn away as this thing, tromps down, especially its hard metal feet on one side and a hard metal or a hard stone floor or even a hard wood floor on the other side. It's eventually going to wear through, but you think it'll be good for a while.
Hey, Thaldor, again, tell me specifically where we are going in case I need to do some type of contingency thing. About where is this door that you saw from where we are at, roughly?
Using keen mind, I would know, retrace my steps and count exactly how far I am away from that door to where I'm at currently, and the detail of the stone and the wood. They were going from wood to stone, and about how many paces from where the wood ends to where the stone starts to where it goes to the door.
And in fact, your keen mind is such that you would know that from the bottom of the of those stairs here, you just go right over here about 70 feet to the door. And then as you look up, you see this, of course, is the outline of where those giants are above. And hey, down on this level, there's 3 more of those big ballistae, but nobody is here manning them right now.
Copy. So I relay that information to Mulek. That's how far we have to go.
Less than 500 feet or so.
Oh,
70,
yeah.
70, it's 70 feet.
So, okay, all right.
40
So
feet down, 70 feet that way, and then as you go deeper in the castle, who knows how far you get away from it.
Okay, I keep that in mind, and I'm just very prepared as before we start going that if the giant makes any kind of noise or whatever, I'm gonna do something. So
okay,
that's probably a good idea because I'm not the sneakiest person.
Apparently Des isn't either, so. All right.
So Thaldor, tell me which direction we're going.
South, out the door right here that I'm standing in front of.
Okay. We'll say that after all this, you've got maybe... Actually, call high or low for me.
Let us do a lovely high.
High? Okay.
High is the sky because that's where we are.
I call low.
Okay, Thaldor. Yeah, this is a check for Thaldor. So Thaldor, you want low? All right.
Low.
Okay. As you guys are finalizing your plans, Thaldor, boom, you realize you're now visible because the invisibility is worn off.
It was good while it lasted.
Yep. So it's a question of whether you had 5 minutes left on the invisibility or not. So
I'm good with that. Ready to roll,
All right.
everybody?
Ready to go. Let's do it.
All right. So I think everybody has tried. Yeah, that's north. It's your other south that you're going to. can everybody move their tokens and are all of the extra characters? I see Sangzor has moved. Mulek, you pulled out your new token. Can you move that around? Yep, you can. Okay. Oh, but you didn't. You didn't get
I
rid
can't
of your
delete
roll
the other
token.
one.
I did. Okay. And Falazure or Ken, can you move Falazure around? Oh, excellent. Wonderful. Okay, just wanted to make sure that you guys were able to move this. Mulek, is the shield guardian coming with you or not?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm putting you all together so I can just get you in a clump and I can copy and then I can move to the next map. And I can paste you at the bottom of the stairs here. Okay, all right. So you guys are somewhere near the bottom of the stairs. And as you look up, you see... I'm going to have to bounce back and forth just to give you guys perspective a little bit. Your characters down there, you can see the backside of these two giants who are dressed in what looks like they are dressed in leather. They have a leather vest and some leather breeches on, and they've got kind of they've got what looks like a little jacket on them that may be some kind of thing, and this is where Thaldor had told you he could see them looking through the spy glasses. Obviously, down on the level where you are, you see these 3 unmanned ballistae and the puddles here of water. And there are some big grates that are here, and the floor slightly slopes towards those grates. So it looks like those are definitely meant for drainage. And then over here, there's a door. All right. So everybody go ahead and make a stealth check as you move to the door. And Sangzor can make the stealth check with advantage. The shield guardian makes a normal stealth check, does not have to make it with disadvantage.
Oh,
my goodness.
you forgot to bring over Sangzor's character sheet.
Dang.
Damn, dude. Oh, looks like Sangzor did okay. Ah! Good thing he had advantage.
Not disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Sangzor has advantage.
Yeah.
The shield guardian gets a normal roll. Is there? I thought I had Sangzor over here. Did I not? Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, so
you started with a nat, and then nat 20, and you had to get karma, mate. It's all right.
Okay, so then
3 to the 15, so 18. Right? Is that how it works?
What?
For the shield guardian, there's no stealth roll, so it's just a dex plus proficiency.
Shield guardian, yeah. If it has a proficiency,
I thought it was a 3.
or does it have a stealth? Does it have a
No.
stealth? Or
No,
so then
no,
it's
it
just
doesn't.
it's just a dex check. So
Okay.
that's 15.
So 15.
Yeah. For monsters, if it gets any bonuses to a special skill, those skills will be listed in the monster stat block. That's how that works in 5th edition. Okay, So otherwise, it's just based on their ability score. So as you guys walk out, Falazure drops something. It's a. I'm not gonna say he drops his instrument, but he drops something that makes a clatter and a bang on the floor.
You see Des go.
And then I need to do this, and I just need to double check. Yeah, okay.
When I hear that, can I use my staff to cast Fog Cloud?
Ooh.
Yeah, you could do that if you want to.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I hear the loud noise, I'm gonna, with holding the staff of frost, use a charge to cast fog.
Okay. And I'm just presuming that everybody is wise enough to be over here close to the door or close to the wall. So how large is that fog cloud? Can you click the thing and put the feature up? I can look it up if you can.
Let me see if I've got it in here. I don't know if I've loaded that yet.
It's a 20-foot radius. You want the dimensions?
Okay, 20-foot radius. Okay. Yeah.
It's a
All right.
sphere centered on a point.
A sphere centered on a point. Okay.
You can also increase its radius by casting it at higher levels, but I don't believe the staff can.
Yeah, the staff just has its normal thing. All right, so
there it is.
We're going to do that's 20-foot diameter. No, wait. That's 10-foot diameter, 20-foot, 30-foot, 40-foot diameter, which is a 20-foot radius. So this winds up going kind of, and you're going to center it on Falazure.
Yeah, I assume we were all kind of bunched up, but it would have, I would have tried to cover as much as we could have.
Okay.
Because we were all supposed to be coming over here, right? So.
Yeah, you're all supposed to be making for this door over here. So, yeah. All right, and who is left?
I'll probably try to use Des as cover anyway.
Okay.
He's so big, I'm behind underneath his legs.
Thanks.
Thaldor, were you trying to? Thaldor, were you trying to? Yeah, but you were trying to sneak ahead.
Yeah, to get to the door. Yeah.
Okay, you have a 23 stealth. All right.
I think there's a bush near Sangor if I had to dive into it when I heard something fall.
Okay. All right. So the giant over here turns and looks, and then those of you who can speak giant, you hear it say, you hear it call out to its friend. You hear it say, "Hey, Semfer, they're supposed to be out here practicing their magic." And Samfer turns around and looks at the fog cloud and says, "Well, I don't know. You never know what the mistress wants. One day she wants him to do gust of wind. Another day she wants him to do fog cloud, whatever. But did you hear that?" And He says, "No, I was too busy. I was too busy tracking those creatures down on the ground." And he's like, "Oh, well, yeah." And then he just looks at the fog cloud and he says, "Well, if you're gonna practice your magic, just do it quietly. Damn it, we've got work to do." And then turns.
Sorry, in giant.
Do you really respond?
Yeah, in giant. Sorry.
And he said, and he's, "Don't let it happen again."
Won't do that.
Kind of grumbles, going back to work on his telescope here. So then the fog cloud kind of hangs out for a little bit. And Falazure, you're now standing in front of a door. And again, it's one of those doors that has a convenient handle 12 feet above the ground.
Hey, I whisper, "Hey, Grinraid, can you bring the ladder over here so we can get this door open?"
I might have something that's easier, and I just use Mage Hand.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
How much weight can Mage Hand hold?
5 pounds, I believe.
I think. Yeah, it's it can carry more. Let's see. The hand can attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
So up to 10 pounds.
10 pounds. Trying to think about how much torque it would require to turn a door handle on a 27-foot tall door.
It would depend on the age as well, right?
Well, it's well used, and it's. I guess the only thing it has to do is turn. It's kind of really the tension of the springs that are in there. There's a pretty big bolt and whatnot.
And there's an unseen servant cleaning it all the time. It's probably quite well oiled.
Probably. Okay. All right. I want to say that if you fiddle with it for a couple of minutes, you can finally get it to move enough to open. So it's kind of touch and go. Yeah. And meanwhile, the fog cloud is gradually dissipating.
Think we should all rush into the room, everybody?
Everybody keeps looking back up at the giants, and let's see. Let's make a roll here. Let's see in there. Okay.
The fog cloud lasts for an hour unless there's wind.
Okay. So then never mind. All right. So it, couple of minutes, it opens, and then, Falazure is able to open the door a little bit, and you guys can make a break for it. Okay. And we'll just leave this lovely fog cloud there. And you find yourselves inside of a hallway. And there is a hallway that has a door over here, and then several doors here, and then a door down at the far south end of the hallway as well.
Shall we play peekaboo with the doors? Everybody grab one, I guess.
Can we try?
No, not at the same time.
I didn't mean to actually go through them. Look underneath them.
Come on.
Galley wanted some fun.
Opening 4 doors at the same time would be a lot more fun.
No. Where was that sound we heard coming from? Let's see if we can find where we were, where our room was.
Well, yeah, where your room would be the closest door probably to where your room was would be probably in this area here.
That would be my vote.
Just check at least underneath the door, see if you can see something, peeking. Which Cremray
Okay.
will do.
Actually, there's something I want to do here. As you go, you see that there's actually a corridor that goes this way. You can't see what's down it, but there's a corridor that goes this way.
Storeroom goes up to the edge of the wall and peeks around the corner.
Okay.
I just peek, like I use the wall for cover and lean over and look.
Okay. As you look, you see that you are looking into a gigantic throne room. And this throne room has a throne at the far east end. This opulent hall features lapis lazuli tile work and murals depicting castles in the clouds, as well as cloud giants chasing silver dragons while riding rocks and golden sky chariots drawn by griffins. Marble bleachers hug the walls near the entrance, across from which stands an ornate alabaster throne inlaid with gemstones. In air quotes, guarding the throne on either side are two life-size statues of cloud giants. One male, one female, standing at attention, wearing tall helmets with feather plumage and clutching mithril-tipped spears. Set into the floor in front of the throne is a 10-foot diameter circular hole surrounded by decorative tiles of gold marble, white alabaster, and blue lapis lazuli. Standing at attention with their backs to the hole are four bird people. And let's see. I'm gonna ask that. No, all of you. Yeah, this is going to be a real easy check. I just want to see if you've seen these people before. Make me an intelligence check. It's a real low threshold for this one.
Bell and Beldor?
Everybody.
Oh.
Well, that was a low roll.
Intelligence.
I have a 17 intelligence with a +3 modifier. That was a low roll for me.
God bless
That's
America.
God bless.
Bless you.
Wow. Actually, I think Bell and Ken, given their professions, Bell and Ken would get advantage on this because they're bards. So Bell and Ken roll with advantage, or Bell and Falazure roll with advantage.
Oh, God.
Wow. Okay. All right. His second roll was a 10. Okay. Actually, its intelligence check is a 10, not a save. Okay, so everybody, with the exception of Crenraid, and yes, that includes you, Des, when I say everybody recognizes that these four creatures, they are called Aarakocra. And Aarakocra are kind of like, there's two kind of bird humanoids. One are Kenku, which they kind of look like humanoid versions of like crows or something like that. And then there are the Aarakocra, which look like humanoid versions of birds of prey, like eagles or hawks or something like that. And so these are the Aarakocra. And these four These 4 Aarakocra are alert, but they remain perfectly still.
So I let everybody know. I let everybody know what I saw around the corner. I come back to the group, let them know, and said, yeah, there's a throne room in there with the big hole in the middle of the ground.
Let's not start there then.
No, with 4 Aarakocra standing around a big hole in the middle of the floor. But I did see some shiny that I would love to get my hands on, the mithril-tipped spears in both the hands of the storm giant statues.
I do love myself a bit of mithril. It's one of the best metals to work in.
Oh, of course. That's why maybe I can get my hands on those before we leave.
Let's see what happens.
They said come for the conch. You know, it'd be nice to find something else here of value.
Okay, that's why it didn't quite look right. Okay, so there. Now, as you all are here in the hallway, you do hear that that bestial sound again. And now that you're here, you can tell it sounds like it's coming from beyond this door to the south.
Here we go.
This door galley?
Yep, this door to the south.
Oh, we've got to sneak past them.
Okay. Falazure, you walk past and you look back into the throne room and nothing has changed. They don't seem to have taken any notice. Ooh. Who's doing the misty step?
Belle.
Okay, Belle does the misty step. Okay. As you stroll past the opening.
I'm using the goat as cover.
There's no reaction from the Aarakocra. When Sangzor walks past, there's no reaction from the Aarakocra.
Wow.
Mulek walks past, and when the Shield Guardian walks past, there's no reaction from the Aarakocra.
Wow, they're dedicated, aren't they?
They are looking at something very specific, and it's not us.
Okay. So yeah, Falazure, you get down to this door here at the south. And beyond this door, you see an area. Okay. There are, as you look under this door, you hear that the sound of the big roar is coming from somewhere beyond this room. But within this room, something is reacting to that roar. And the things that are reacting to that roar, they screech with a sound that makes them sound kind of like oversized birds of prey. Like really, really large birds of prey. And the odor coming from under the door when you get there, it smells a little bit like like guano or something.
Ugh. There's a lot of things in this room.
Yeah.
Does it sound like they're fighting or like?
No, it sounds okay. If there's okay. Everybody make an intelligence check. So I want to see if I could describe this to you in a way that you guys might
I know. I immediately knew what it was.
No, okay. Intelligence or nature. Yeah, nature or survival. Nature or survival. That's it. Whichever is better for you. Make a nature or survival check. Forget the intelligence check.
That's even worse. God.
God, that's the first good roll I've had all night.
Gotta start somewhere.
That rolls tonight.
It makes sense for a druid, though.
Did good.
Yeah. Dez and Falazure and Mulek. This stuff makes perfect sense to you. You hear that big roar from beyond, and the screeching that you're hearing from within this room. That's what you would expect. Like if there was like a menagerie, and the apex predator among the menagerie were to roar violently or loudly, then everything that's not the apex predator that realizes it's in a confined space might react kind of fearfully, squawking and flapping and whatever. Because definitely there's like sounds of wings that accompany this and all that other kind of stuff. So
other caged animals in here.
I'll kind of whisper to everybody kind of what it sounds like.
Sounds like a lovely pet shop.
Anybody want to find out?
Yeah, let's go in.
Of course.
We're here. So I'll mage hand again to try and open the door or
Okay, we'll say you take a couple of minutes and you...
Can anyone else do that finger waggling thing that makes the hand appear, maybe to help with the door?
Okay. Okay, cool.
We have buds. I know you have it.
You guys open the door, and what you see in here is you see 5 enormous cages, each of which holds a griffin.
Whoa!
Yep, figured.
The cages are locked, and then over here there looks like an area where you could release the griffins or let the griffins fly out from the castle. Haphazardly arranged around this untidy room are 5 tall wooden cages. Griffins are kept here, one locked in each cage. The griffins peck and scratch at their cages, and the floor around them is littered with bits of broken wood. And the griffins do, they're already raising a ruckus because of the roars coming from beyond these huge double doors. And now that you're now that you are this close, those roars kind of sound a little bit like what you would imagine a dragon sounds like if it's not happy about something.
If the dragon speaks Draconic, which of course I imagine it does, if it starts shouting in Draconic, I'll be able to understand it.
Okay.
Me as well. You would as well.
Yeah.
Okay. For right now, as you guys walk in, there's these things chatter and raise a ruckus again. But this from beyond this door, there's that howling, and then finally, you do hear a voice, the same voice that has been crying out in anger, and it says, "Damn it, Countess! I have told you, I do not know what any of that means. Release me, and I will not kill you." And it's in, that is, of course, in dragon, draconic.
And I don't understand dragon or draconic.
Yeah,
And
but
you-
several of you do.
Me and Mulek do.
Mulek,
Okay.
looks over at Thalidor and says, "Why don't you go see what that's about? I'm gonna see what I can get from these griffins."
That's fair. I let the rest of the party know. It's like, look, me and Mulek we heard a voice. It must be the dragon because it sounded like draconic. Maybe should I scout ahead and see if, would I know if I look under the door, is it the next room, Galley, or is there something else? If I look under this door.
Okay, you look under this door, and that is this area. You see an adult bronze dragon chained to the back wall and floor of a spacious windowless room. Locked manacles bind the dragon's hind legs. He has you can't really see that. And then standing between you and the dragon are a giant-sized pair of woman's shoes with two giant-sized legs rising up from them.
Got you. So,
and you see the bottom of a long dress.
Okay. I run literally, well, as quietly as I can. I run over to Mulek real quick. And I say, Mulek, the mistress is in there with the dragon. Can you make me invisible again?
Well, hold on. And I had reached down this stone speaker crystal, cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. And it does absolutely no good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because Speak with Animals allows you to speak with beasts.
Oh, it doesn't work with these guys?
Nope.
Not with monstrosities, it does not. No.
Oh, yeah, griffins are monstrosities, yeah.
All right. Didn't work.
I was going to say everybody should hide because,
Well, would
Get
these
behind the
griffins
goat.
help us?
well, I don't know if that, I mean, hide.
Get behind the goat.
The reason I say this is if we can get that door open and if I'm invisible and can sneak in there and she can't see me, the dragon will be able to, would I know that? That is a good question. Do I know if dragons have true sight?
You would have to make an intelligence check for that. Or what would that be? Would that be in
Nature,
would that
maybe?
be in nature
Probably
or
nature.
survival? What do you think?
It could be either, honestly. Like you may know that as a survival technique to survive against them, or nature.
Yeah. That. Okay, yeah.
Either.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go with whichever one is higher, nature or survival.
Nature was higher, +3. 15.
Yeah. Let me just double check something here.
Because I didn't want to blurt that out if my character didn't know it.
Yeah, you're right to do so.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it have?
Many things.
Okay. It has that, which means okay. All right. With a 15. Well, you're not sure if they can see invisible things, but they have an uncanny ability to be able to fight enemies even if they are in magical darkness.
Got you.
So whether that's a sight ability or whether that's just an ability to perceive things near them, you're not sure. With a 15, you don't know.
So yeah, here's my plan, Mulek. If I sneak in there, I might be able to free the dragon, but since we both can speak Draconic, I might be able to whisper to the dragon if I get close enough. to say, we're friends, here to free you, da 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 da, something along those lines, or at least get some intel inside the room.
Said the giant lady is in there with the dragon?
Yes, the mistress is in there with the dragon. Unless we just want to wait for her to leave. I mean, we could do that too.
That might be the better choice. Once we open the door and go in there. How big is the room?
The room is pretty big.
We're in a giant's castle. They're pretty big, Mulek. But I imagine if we could all hide, somewhere in here, find a place to hide, we might be doing better.
Basically, looking under the door, that's basically what you can see. So you see the Countess over here, you see the dragon back over here.
Got you.
Why don't we just take a more direct approach?
Oh, you just want to go balls to the wall, huh, Falazure?
No, just simply walk in there and ask her to release the dragon.
Wow, all right, Captain C, you can take the lead on that one, my friend. You got all the charm in the world.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to do it unless, we all agree that that's what we want to do, but...
Besides,
I don't see why we don't do
what
both.
happens when she gets the pumpkin pie for supper.
That's true, too. That would maybe keep her indisposed for a while, and we could set Mr. Wings free, and maybe he'll return us the favor.
If he doesn't eat us first.
I have a little fact.
Out of character.
Yep.
Do I know enough about cloud giants to know if they have any kind of susceptibility or some kind of inline race resistance to charm magic?
Make me a nature check.
Survive. Okay. Nature. Got it.
Because that would be on the nature of this creature. What do I know about their... What do I know about their abilities or their defenses or their susceptibilities?
Am I allowed to use guidance on this or not?
Are you allowed to use guidance on yourself?
Yeah, but it's...
Okay.
I guess I could be like, what do I remember about... Okay, we'll do that.
Technically, you could use guidance whatever the hell you want, but it's, it's always best not to abuse such things.
Yeesh.
Yeah, you don't know. You have no idea.
Yeah, I think it'd work.
Sounds like a plan to me. Why don't we do both? Why don't someone go free the dragon while we distract the old lady and then grab her?
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's in manacles, I think I got my lock picking kit. I don't know. There's some big manacles. Give me a minute.
Do you think they would be finger waggly proof as well in case the dragon has the ability? I know that the dragon that killed my home was spreading finger waggly stuff all over the place.
Well, I mean,
we're here.
We're just here to release the dragon, right?
And
no, we've got to find the conch.
Yeah, the conch of teleportation.
Okay, I walk in there and I tell her, "Go bring me the conch of teleportation," and she goes and does that if it works, and then we free the dragon while she's gone, and when she gets back, we just deal with it.
Fair. Or
and if it fails, we go to Plan B,
which is fight her out.
We just fight.
I like it.
Come on, guys.
We don't have to sit around and debate about it for an hour. We got a plan.
I honestly think it's better if we just let her leave and then do it all behind her back and let her suffer the consequences of eating pumpkin pie.
True.
Well, how do we know how long she's going to be in there?
Well, she's got to eat some point in time.
True.
And apparently,
hey guys,
pumpkin pie is her favorite.
We've been lucky to get here this far without being detected.
I mean,
how long do you think this is going to go?
Not very long.
I don't know. Have you seen? I'm pretty lucky. I mean, you boys have been around me long enough to realize that.
Yeah, pretty lucky, except for the whoops.
Let's just
Over
put
on
this
the
way, Des.
balcony.
He knows how to persuade any member of the opposite sex and same sex sometimes.
Oh,
So he's pretty persuasive.
He's very charismatic.
Very. That's why I call him Captain C.
Griffin's doing, by the way, right now? Are they like menacing, or are they like? Do they look like they're
They're-
wanting assistance to get out? Are they?
They're still somewhat agitated. And
I'd be agitated too with a dragon 100 feet from me.
And as you guys are in the room, you notice that they have been screeching in reaction to the dragons screaming and yelling, but now they're kind of also looking at you. And some of them are coming like over to the edge of their cages, and they're like trying to snap at you through the bars or reach their talons out towards you. And they seem to be pretty agitated about that.
All right, I'm not going to get close. I'm going to back up.
Leave that.
Right, I say we go with Falazure's plan. I like it.
Yeah. Go in and
Okay.
I don't think we can stay stealthy this long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty shit at stealthy. Y'all notice that. I make a lot of noise in this get up. Besides,
Same here.
I'd love to go looting this place, but we'd have to fight like 100 damn cloud giants and that storm giants or whatever the hell, and that sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, we need to get this dragon on our side as soon as possible. So,
All right.
well, me and you can talk to it, so it'd probably respect that. Just I recommend this: bow before the dragon. Well, we learned that in Gragglestug because I'm always respectful. Yeah.
Well, Beulah, can you back me up in case, I don't know, shit goes wrong or something? I don't know what you do. You know, you're usually
Alright.
pretty good at magical stuff.
I'll come up to Falazure and I'll put my, I'll grab the staff and the bag of holding, and I'll whisper a few words and touch him on the shoulder. And he now has fortune's favor for the next day.
Nice.
Oh,
Fortune's favor. Okay.
Yeah, mine's
That will
done
help.
wore off. Yeah. So
God damn, what could go wrong? And how do I get to...
got to open the door.
How do I open the door?
You want the ladder?
Oh,
Yeah. Bring the ladder over, and you climb up, and there is a keyhole on this side and a doorknob, but you realize she's in there. She probably is not going to lock herself in, or at least you hope she's not going to lock herself in.
okay.
So I guess we
Oh,
push
it
the door
locked?
open.
Yeah.
okay. So you turn the
Quietly as I can.
handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn the handle, and indeed, the door opens.
Okay.
And let's just see. Make a stealth check for opening the door.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you want my assistance, Falazure?
Sure. I got this.
We could probably brace the door so it doesn't open.
28.
Okay, so that gives him advantage. So it's a 16. All right. All right. God bless it. Okay. Yeah. The door starts to open, and just for a beat, Falazure,
Mhm.
you see the Countess. She almost like begins to turn her head towards you, but the dragon's eyes kind of look at you, and they widen a little bit, and then the dragon says, "Countess, wait, maybe I am mistaken." And immediately she turns back and
Does he say that in common?
no, says that in Draconic. So those of
Okay.
you that understand Draconic can hear that. And Falazure, if you don't know Draconic,
but I whisper in Falazure's ear real quick. He's distracting her. Go.
Well, he can tell that from her reaction. He can tell that the dragon is distracting her. Because, Falazure, it's like that dragon's eyes was right on you. And then he said something and she turned back towards him. So clearly he's like, I don't know who you are, but I'm hoping you're here to help. So she says, yes, in giant, and she steps towards the dragon. I knew, Felagos, that you were lying to me. Tell me what I want to know. I must have the secret knowledge that the ancient storm giants have hidden away. We cloud giants now will take our rightful place at the top of the ordning. Let me know. Tell me. Okay, and all of her attention is focused on this this dragon.
How tall is this giant?
Ceiling? 24 feet tall. She's a cloud giant. And
she's a big old gal.
Yeah. And that other creature is a full adult bronze dragon. So, yeah. As you can tell, each of these squares is like 10 feet. So, nose to tail is like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like 60 feet long. And then when puts the full wingspan out, probably another, probably at least 100-foot wingspan. So these are two very large creatures that are intent on each other. And the dragon is the dragon, stares at her, but then he kind of makes this, and it's obvious to you guys. I'm going to say it's obvious to you guys just because it's sort of exaggerated and you can't understand why she doesn't see this too. But he just makes a very exaggerated show of, like all the fight has just gone out of him. And especially as he sees you guys, creeping up behind the giant. He says, well, Countess, it is true. There are lots of things that are known to my kind. And I do believe that I know where one of these rune stones is. And she says, aha! Yes, Felagos, tell me, and I will make your captivity less onerous. Lead me to enough of these pieces, and I will even reward you with treasure that you can take back to your horde. I am not your enemy. I merely require your assistance. Let us not be enemies. Think of yourself not as my prisoner, but as my guest.
Daldor's just listening to that conversation because I guess she's speaking in Draconic, and I look over at Mulek like, guest? Really? I'm just looking over at him with the look like that.
Falazure, it's all gibberish to him, and he walks up and...
Oh my god.
Okay.
And out of character, we need the conch of powers. What is it called?
Conch of teleportation.
Conch of teleportation. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Here we go, Captain C.
Now's the time, brother.
Hey, good looking. Where you been all my life?
Woo!
And the giant turns around and says, who are you? why have you? And you can tell she's getting ready. She raises her hands, and you can tell that she's beginning to get ready to cast a spell. If you're going to do something, you had better do it right now.
You love me so much, you going to go get me that conch of teleportation and bring it to me. And I cast suggestion.
Nice.
Okay. So go ahead and if you can.
Second.
Okay.
This has saved our ass more than once.
Oh boy, where is it? Do you think I would have had it ready? Why is it not showing up?
Because
it's a second level spell. Here we go.
Yeah.
Kaboosh. DC 15.
Okay. DC 15 wisdom save.
She's
All right.
She's gonna be so smart.
Okay, so
Or very wise.
Okay, so she goes ahead and she tries to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Please roll bad. Please roll a 1.
Do I have anything? What?
19.
I don't see the roll. Oh wow.
Oh crap! That's because
we don't see it.
Hold on, dadgummit. Never whisper rolls. Dang it.
I mean, you can. We trust you implicitly, Gally.
Yeah, Gally.
Yeah.
That was 18.
In 19.
Mhm.
She rolled a 19, and she says, I'm going to feed you to my
Portal
pet
shift.
Oh, no, you got to do it one more time.
Roll again.
I knew it was coming. Happy to see it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Her
My last
disadvantage. Her disadvantage roll was 11.
Ah, yes. I love you, Falazure.
And
Love Mulek more.
That's true.
And she says, she looks at you, and she says, "Oh, but of course, darling. Well, but why wait in here? You can go and wait in the throne room if you wish. You and your friends. And are you going to have time to stay for dinner?"
Yeah, of course, but I got business with this dragon. You run along and get me
of
what I
course.
need.
I'm so excited. I think maybe he knows where some of the runes are. Maybe you can get him to tell us some more about that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're instantly gonna be friends. He'll tell me whatever you. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right. It's so good to see you.
Oh, by the way, talk to the chef, and he's gonna make you a delicious pumpkin pie for dinner. It was a little surprise, but I thought I'd tell you just now because I love you so much. I just couldn't wait.
Pumpkin pie. It's my favorite. Oh, you are so sweet. This is the most wonderful day. Okay, I'll be right back. Ta-ta. And then she very daintily goes and picks her way between the people and the things, and she says, "Oh, now." And she pats the cages.
Oh my God!
These are our friends. Just be relaxed. And
Real quick.
What?
I was gonna go hug Falazure's neck and then go hug Mulek's neck.
Okay.
Me too. I'm coming in for that hug.
Right.
So as she kind of goes around to each of the cages and she pulls out something from her pocket and just sort of feeds the griffins through the bars of the cages and sort of pats them on their little beaks and says yes, and they kind of all calm down and quiet down. And then she walks out the door.
Remind me next time we're in a big city to go visit the Temple of Timora and pay my respects.
Yes, and Mulek, yes. I owe you some gold for that one, Mulek.
And the dragon looks at you all and says, "Do you realize how low a chance there was of that actually working? My God, you guys have the stones of a dragon."
I bow. Thaldor bows before the dragon. I know the dragon's name, right? Because Mordenkainen told us.
No.
we heard the
no.
giant.
We heard. The giant.
Felagos is the
Felagos.
name.
I bow before the mighty
Mulek bows as well.
I ain't bowing.
mighty.
Me.
I grab Crinraid and just push him over a little bit.
You can try.
Right, no,
I ain't bowing to no dragon.
Right.
And
Hey,
Felagos.
it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure we could help you. Maybe you'll, share a little bit of your treasure with us.
And Felagos looks at Crinraid and says, "Damn it, will you stop them from scraping and bowing and get these damn chains off of me?"
I was working on that,
yeah.
And so I go over and look at the manacles and try to pick the locks if there's locks and do my
there are locks.
I'm bringing my hammer as a backup.
which is thieves' tools.
I'll let you do it. If it doesn't work, I'll smash them.
That's Dex plus proficiency plus my thieves' tools, right?
Can I tell if any of them are arcane locks or they just steel locks?
They're steel locks. But yeah, you guys can make a check.
Bell is casting guidance.
You guys can make a check
Trying to
with
find my thieves' tools.
I can assist too because I got thieves tools, so I can assist Thaldor.
Put guidance on Thaldor. I'll watch over and touch him.
Okay, well, Bell already has it, so I
Oh.
don't think you can stack.
No.
But if Mulek's gonna try on another one, you can give Mulek guidance.
All right, I'll do that.
Oh, that ain't right, is it? Is it 5 plus 3?
1D0.
Okay, yeah, you rolled a 1d0, so you need to roll a 1d20.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
So it's a 20 plus 5 plus 3. Got you.
Well, that's if you're proficient, yeah.
I am proficient. in
Nice.
thieves'
Okay.
tools.
Can I just assist to have them roll with advantage, or do I?
12 plus 5 is 50. Hold on.
Plus 8.
Yeah, plus 8. So 8.
So it's
That's 20. Yeah, 20.
20 is exactly what you need to undo the lock. So you are able to undo one of the shackles, but now there's 2 more shackles.
Okay. Plus 1. So 21. Yeah, the 1. So I'll roll again. Hold on.
Knock the others out. If I assist, does he roll with advantage, or do I need to roll also?
Nat 20. They're nat 20.
He doesn't need my help.
Okay,
No.
so the second one is out, and he said, "I took an awful chance. I'm so glad you are here. This Countess is mad. She's mad with power.
No, that's not good.
I intend to have my revenge.
As you should, mate. As you should.
Yeah, I understand the need
Well-
for revenge.
Tell me where you would like to go, and after I take this castle for my own, I will lead you there. And I will even let you have some of the treasure.
I like what he says.
But
I'm not
I
gonna do
will decide what treasures go in my hoard."
That's also fair.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
that's
think
fair enough.
I saw a lot of ballistas out there? You can take on all these giants yourself?
If you can sneak in here, you have to be good in a fight. I will fight the giants with you.
Ooh.
What do we do about old,
How long is she under your spell for?
Well,
8
I do
hours.
8
believe
hours.
my instructor told me it was 8 hours when I learned this spell.
Yep.
Doesn't it stop once they accomplish the task you gave them, though?
Yes, sure it does.
So as soon as you get that, it's gonna be over.
Yep, and she's going to be pissed off.
I mean, I could try to cast it again and send her on some other silly errand or something, or
Yeah, might work.
Maybe, but we also have this big bronze dragon sitting right behind me that could
Did we get all the
take care of it.
Did we get all the locks off, or is there one more?
They're all 2 manacles, right?
Yeah,
There were
there's
3,
3.
right?
There's one on
One
each
more.
leg and then one on its neck.
Oh, I got to roll for his neck. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
quite
giving
like the
this a
idea of
6.
her just
Yeah,
walking
no.
back in and then we just smack her.
No. I don't want to take the risk of you hitting the dragon.
Oh,
Let
no,
me do
not the,
this
not the
nimbly.
dragon's lock, right? But please carry on. But when she comes back with the conch of teleportation, right, we wait for her to get in and give it to Falazure, and then
Make
bonk
sure
her in the
you
back
get
of the head.
Make sure we get the conch first, though.
Yeah. I went from a 20 to a 1. What luck?
You get advantage, don't you? If you're being assisted.
Yeah, I'm assisting
he's
you.
assisting.
You gotta do it. You gotta go again.
All right. 18
With
Yeah,
guidance.
18's not.
With
18
guidance.
is not quite good enough.
plus guidance. I need to roll guidance, which is a
Yeah.
D4.
D4. Get 2 or more.
19.
Not good enough. And the dragon says, "Do not fail me. You will find me a bitter enemy."
No, sir. We're trying our damnedest to get this off of you. Give us just a few more minutes. I imagine we can do it.
And then he looks at you all and he says, "Oh, I have been agitated. Perhaps subconsciously my frightful presence is having an effect on you."
A little bit nervous. I mean, this man is a huge manacle, and it's giant sized, and I'm just a man. So I'm doing with my tinkerer's help here. We're doing the best we can. Should I try to re-roll that, Golly?
Every time you attempt it, it takes an action.
Okay.
So,
16 plus 8 plus
yeah, okay.
guidance.
Click. Okay, click. It comes open, and then he raises up and he flexes his legs and he raises his neck and he opens his mouth and then he says, "No, I do not want to roar in triumph yet. I will roar in triumph when all of these cloud giants lay dead at my feet or splattered on the earth far below.
Sounds fair.
Now."
I have a small request.
Yes, what is it?
Well, it's not quite humble, but I've always wanted to do it, and now's the time better than any. I was wondering if I could, Will, if me and you could ride into combat together.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasive.
He is very persuasive. Our dear bard.
I can see him right on the back of the bronze dragon's neck, loot around in his hands, and just going to town. Oh!
Oh, shit.
And he looks and he says, "If we are able to take the fight outdoors, what spells do you have that are good from long range that will complement my lightning breath?"
I got guiding bolts. They do pretty damn good damage.
Yes, they do. All right. If the opportunity presents itself, you may mount. But know this. If it does not present itself, I will see the giants dead first. And then perhaps I will indulge you for a brief victory lap in the air.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, which way did you guys come?
And I will
Can you
explain
tell
that
me?
to him.
Okay. So you guys are there for maybe 5 minutes or so. What does she have over here? She is going to go and
I tell him how big the throne room is, how he can get through there. I mean, dragons can squeeze, right?
He can squeeze, and he says, if memory serves, she keeps griffins outside, does she not?
5 of them, yes.
Nice snack, maybe, for something your size.
Are there
And
windows?
cages.
Are these openings?
Those are openings. There is no window here. And he says, which one of you accounts themselves the most nimble?
I raised my hand.
Well, hold on.
Well, I got a high dex, 20. Can you beat 20 for dex?
And he says, I would like to deprive her of those griffins in the coming fight. If we attack them, that is liable to take too much time and raise too much of a warning. I prefer instead if somebody goes and opens the cages and then holds on tightly to the cage. I will use my frightful presence against the griffins and try to make them flee.
I'm gonna say we all could probably do that. There's enough of us to stand at each cage.
Yes, but oh, wait a minute. I can choose who. Never mind. Yes, do that.
Because we each can hold a cage door.
She has kept me locked up in here. I forgot that I could choose who is affected by my frightful presence and who isn't. That's how badly she's addled my brains. Come, let us go. And so he goes over here, and he just pushes the doors so they are open. Now everybody, you can climb up on one of the cages, and the giant, those of you who can understand giant heard her soothing them and telling them that you were friends. So they don't get agitated when you come and you start climbing up their cage or going around to the front of their cage.
Nice.
But everybody can go to the cage, and because this is designed as a kind of an eyrie for these griffins, the doors are all more or less pointed on the sides of the cage that are pointed closer to the to these openings here. So the dragon will just wait right there, and one of you going to go to each of the cages.
I go this one.
What's the dragon's name again?
I think I put it in the.
Oh.
I put it in the thing, so you can scroll up in the thing.
Felagos.
Please,
Felagos.
Cam's throwing me off here.
Mulek's just going to command IG to go open one of the doors.
Okay. Okay.
Lord Felagos.
And so the doors are latched but not locked. And so you can easily manipulate those, and you open the cages, and they get to the edge of the cage, and they kind of look around. And then Felagos goes and just looks at each of the griffins and does its frightful presence. So they.
You definitely don't want to fight one of these. Oh,
okay,
no.
Is that? No. Well, okay. I thought that was going to put its thing up. So instead, I will do. Yeah. No. Instead, I will do this. All right. So now I need the griffin. Okay. We're going to see if this works, and that's going to be the end of our... Really? Okay. There we go. Griffin. Okay, come on. I'm going to put this out here so that I can get... It's a monster in the module, but they don't have a character sheet for it, so I have to go to the SRD. Do that. It has to be a 17 wisdom save, so we're going to make 5 of these. There's...
That's wisdom of 13, in case you're curious.
I
remember Griffins.
Whisper rolls. Okay, so wisdom save. Fail. Ooh, 18. What is the frightful presence? Is DC 17. So one of them succeeds. And the fourth one succeeds, and the last one fails. So 4 of these monsters screech to high heavens and go flying out of the cages and away from this area as fast as they can go. Only one of them remains in the cage, Thaldor, and that's the one in the cage that you open.
Of
And
course.
it's agitated by the dragon's frightful presence, but it doesn't flee. It seems to get mad. And so when we join next time, we will start with rolling initiative.
Great.
So
Awesome.
you guys and a dragon against a griffin. I wonder who's going to win that fight.
So it might be really close.
Is it? Is it safe to? Can I say that, like, during this time, this dragon was nice enough to let me, like, since I know horses extremely well and saddles and things, maybe I could have made a makeshift rope saddle.
You don't have time to do that. No.
Okay.
You don't have the kind of time to do that. And yeah, this is an intelligent dragon. You treat it like a mount. You're gonna offend it. So
Yeah, that's why I bowed.
yeah.
Well, I was just mentioning it because I didn't want to fall off. If you let me fly off.
You would sit between the weak joints, like
Yeah, you could sit
I guess.
between the wings, like-
Okay. I was being too practical
All right.
about it.
Okay, so viewers, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Players, thank you so much for coming and playing in our session. There are many ways that this adventure could go, and I kind of sort of thought that using a combination of your stealth and your spells would be a good thing. So I'm going to say you guys all had some really good, clever moments. So anybody that doesn't have it can give themselves inspiration now. DM inspiration.
Very generous.
And then we will pick up with that next Thursday night. Viewers, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. we come along and we play in this game. This is our homage to the published Sword Coast Adventures. We appreciate the fact that you joined us, and we hope that you will join us again. Before we leave you, I am going to give a couple of the players chances to tell you about their activities between now and next Thursday. Start, as usual, with Paul, since he's got to get ready for work soon. Paul, what do you have coming up between now and next Thursday?
So, I have a game on Sundays, which is very fun. We're going to be exploring the Odyssey of Pharos, which is one of the published campaigns set in a Greek setting, if that's your flavor. This one's going to be a couple of hours early, so I don't think it should clash, which would be lovely. And that's 6 p.m. my time, so it's about 3 p.m. EST, I believe. 4 p.m. EST. Will be the timing of it.
You guys are
Sunday.
Yeah, that will be in the middle of our Sunday game.
Oh well, in that case, crossfade into something else. My boys over at the Action Sturge, who very kindly showed up in the Twitch chat, play some really, really awesome things. They've got the Dungeon Crawler game happening again on July the 21st. That's happening at 8 p.m. EST on Wednesdays. It's amazing fun. Anyone can take part. You've got to join their Discord server. It's the Action Sturge with a T. Sturge. Brilliant bunch of people. Very, very funny. So you want to join in and have some fun with that, go check them out.
Yes, they're Action Sturge on Twitch and on, I believe they're on YouTube as well. You can find them at the Action Sturge, so you can see their archives, just like you can see our archives on YouTube. They do have a very fun game on Wednesday nights. I've participated in that game before as well, and it's a lot of craziness, mayhem, and the audience gets to dictate some of what happens in the story by spending points in the channel. So that's a lot of fun. And Michael, what do you have coming up over on the Doors of Fear channel between now and next Thursday?
I'll be trying to stream every day between now and next Thursday, at least once a day. Too long don't read about that. But I'm a variety streamer, so I'll stream just about anything, different types of games, building sims and stuff. Just come check me out over at the Doors of Fear channel. You might have a blast. You might see something that I'm playing that you might like to get in on. And I do take backseat gaming, so come on in. If you think you got some ideas, let me know, and we'll all work as a community to get through the games.
Okay, great. Sounds like a lot of fun. And over here on this channel, we will be back on Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. with our second edition game. We are playing in the world of Greyhawk, and right now we are going through the Temple of Elemental Evil, the original Temple of Elemental Evil adventure. On Sunday afternoons, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we are here for our game, the Walker of Waterdeep. That's our 5th edition planeswalking game. So we cross the lore streams between Magic the Gathering and D&D 5e. And then Monday night... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you love political intrigue and good role-playing and just a long story, come check us out. We'd love to have you on Sundays.
Yeah, it would be great to see you on Sunday. And then Monday night, I do my one mic show deep dive analysis on the history of a monster. This past week, we did the Mummy, and there's lots of interesting things we can do with the Mummy that we talked about. And I haven't picked what monster we're doing yet this week, and I'm always open to suggestions. So you can go over to the YouTube channel, Galabond, look through the past archives on Monster Monday, find out what I haven't done, and suggest something if you want something covered there. And that is going to do it. So thank you all very much, players. Really enjoyed it. Appreciate you guys coming out every Thursday. Hope you had fun. And we will talk to you next week. John and everybody who joined us in the chat room, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys being there. Drats, Epic, Storm Poster, Commander Root, Action Sturge, and Deacon Smith. Thank you. And Aiton as well. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Take care. We will talk to you